to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Oh, welcome in, one and all. It's a podcast. It's what we do. We record podcasts.
That's right. Video and audio for your...
No 4D stuff yet. They're doing those 4D movie theaters now. You see that? They're putting one in.
What is the fourth... I hope it's not like smell.
No, it is. It actually is smell.
Oh.
It's
well,
smell.
Then, then you don't want our show to be a four-dimensional podcast.
Yeah, they like shake the chair and they blow in scents and wind. And
that's cool.
I don't know if I need to do that much in a movie theater or not. Like, there would be a movie, like a space movie would be fun.
I mean, I think that there's probably a lot of fun application to that. Then there's the annoying stuff. Like, you don't want someone
like horseback riding?
You don't want someone to, like, sneeze and then you get, like...
a little bit of mist?
A little mist. It's just like, no.
Jay Grizz is in the building. Go ahead, Al. Just do the thing that everyone loves. Do it. If you can find it, do it.
Take your time. Al, hit it.
He's normally like on the trigger for that thing.
I'm Jay Grizz. I'm Jay Grizz.
Yes, Jay Grizz in the building. Jason and I here with a
cardboard bear.
With a cardboard bear extraordinaire. We have a good show today. Players to forgive. Forgiveness is important, especially in fantasy football. In fact, I would say that concept works well with our show on Thursday, because Thursday we're talking about overreactions. And so it's kind of like both of those are psychological situations that can get you underwater in fantasy football, because we play a season. All your hopes are high on a certain player or situation, and it doesn't go the way it's supposed to, and then you're miserable and you hold grudges, and that's dangerous in fantasy football.
Yeah, you've got to
life.
You got to, yeah, just in fantasy football. No, I mean, you've got to be able to move on and not overreact, overcorrect. We'll talk about more of the overreactions. But what's funny is we're talking about who are we willing to forgive in 2026. That's our quick question. And I did not even realize until looking at the show doc, Mike had an answer in, and looking at his answer, I forgot. Like sometimes the stages of grief, it starts with denial. And I think that's still where I was with this player. Mike's pick was Odunze. He's willing to forgive Odunze.
I've got to say, that was technically Jay Grizz's pick.
Oh, okay. Well, as the Bears fan.
Continue, yeah.
But I forgot about something.
That's enough.
Yeah.
This is why
we are allowed one per show.
People out there.
I had it planned where I was going to put it, and then you guys forced the first one. I still had to hit the second one.
He had a graphic on that. Listen.
It was for Odunze.
People always, they go, why don't you let him hit the Jay Grizz drop? We love the Jay Grizz drop. It's because he doesn't have self-control.
No, none.
You know, it's like a child.
Right, you have to parent well.
Yeah. You want a piece of cake? No, I want 12 pieces of cake.
Oh, okay. You asked for that.
I really did ask for that one. I'm sorry, audience.
They probably like it. Anyways, with Odunze, this is the thing I forgot, and I see it. Whoever put this in the doc has hurt me deeply.
Oh, yes.
You see it now as well.
We're looking at the year of Odunze.
Odunze, who started on fire.
Number 21, number 4, number 18, number 19, number 5, number 10.
Catching touchdowns left and right. Looked like he was doing the true breakout. Top 10 draft pick, great wide receiver. He established himself.
Are you talking about the wide receiver 3 for the first month of the year?
That's what I'm talking about. Wide receiver 3, first month of the year. And then as time went on, after week 10, when he was a top 10 wide receiver, 2 weeks prior to that, he was the wide receiver 5. He's still on fire. And I trade for him.
That was the moment.
Right then, to put me over the top, to take out Mike last year in our League of Record.
What did he do after you traded for him?
He put up the wide receiver 52, 39, 88, and then never played again.
Yeah, I see a total from week 11 on of getting you like 13 fantasy points.
Yeah, but over 3 weeks.
See, this is not the first time Jason has been the curse on a player, because once upon a time he traded for Greg Olsen.
Yes.
For the stretch run of the season, and Greg Olsen turned into the worst player in football, and ended up with a picture on one of our bathrooms.
Yeah. He deserved that picture.
I mean, I will say I'm completely willing to forgive Rome Odunze. It's not my pick for this section, but that would be one of my picks for next year. I have him.
I am curious, because there's been a lot of talk between the three main receivers, Loveland, Odunze, Burden, and especially between Burden and Odunze. I've seen ADPs in both directions. A lot of people calling their shot on which is the more breakout wide receiver, who they want to take the shot on. Let's assume the ADP is the same. Which guy, now that you've statted, we've been doing all of the statting for the UDK. The three of us are almost through all the teams. I believe you are through all the teams. Where did Odunze versus Burden end up? Do you know the order that, like?
I do know the order. Yeah. I have Odunze ahead of him. I believe you do as well. And it is I wasn't sure how that was going to end up. I will say that I can hear Mike, even though he's not here. Like, I hear the whispers of Mike. And the whispers of Mike say
nasally.
Things. They're very, they're nasally whispers. He can't breathe well. No, it's basically, they're 2 spots apart, first of all. So let me put that out there. We're talking about 6 fantasy points of projection differential.
Oh, wow.
So number 25 and 27 right now today. But I know Mike's going to have Burden higher, and I know the thing that Mike is going to say is, what if Luther Burden is the Amon-Ra St. Brown of that team? That is going to be the refrain. And honestly, with the inconsistency of Odunze with the touchdowns, you could easily make the comp for him to be the Jameson Williams of the team. So in fantasy, you always want Amon-Ra over Jameson Williams, and if Burden evolves to that level of, the mirrors between those teams are actually wild now.
Yeah.
Because Loveland, Laporta, their involvement in the offense, the running backs, their utilization, and it's not a surprise. He wanted to build another Lions offense. It's just right now I do forgive Rome Odunze. I believe, he had an injury, missed the last 4 games of the year. Obviously, the 3 before that were a problem. But
Underdog Best Ball has Luther Burden going as the wide receiver 21, and Odunze is the wide receiver 28. So the money right now, because those are paid actual real drafts happening, is on the Luther Burden side. In sleeper ADP right now, it's even more extreme. Wide receiver 17 for Burden and 30 for Odunze. So the fact that we both have Odunze ahead.
There's no DJ Moore anymore.
Correct.
No DJ anymore. And if things go the best, I do think Burden wins. I don't consider, I project based on what I think the outcome's going to be, and I have Odunze 2 spots ahead. I think he's going to score more touchdowns, which is impactful. And
man, this offense is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a top 5 offense.
If we're just giving spoiler alerts, Caleb Williams is ranked fairly high for me.
I was shocked with mine.
I had to lower him a little bit. I felt embarrassed.
Yeah, but it makes sense. This offense should click. If he does what he should do, which is just take a step forward, not like a level up. Just he already showed last year.
I don't know, 60% of our passes.
Right, exactly. Just that. With their offensive line, I think the run game's going to be fine. Yeah, this should be really good. Now let's talk about the player you're willing to forgive, because I think people need this way more than they need to forgive Odunze.
Well, it is a player that we absolutely adored going into the season.
He was my guy.
He had the 2nd most fantasy points of all time for a wide receiver to start their career. Okay? Better than Chase and Neighbors, better than Bolden and McLaurin, and just under Puka Nacua. He was Emeka Egbuka.
Emeka Egbuka.
Also Emeka Egbuka. And I believe that might have been the turning point of the season, when Rob Gronkowski chose to pronounce his name in such a fashion, it sent waves of wide receiver 44, 51, 43, 73, 39, 65, 73, 90.
Uncatchable targets, and the ones that were, he didn't.
It was a true all things go wrong at the same time. If you look at what he did last year, his catch rate on the same, so it's for the same team. Let me read you catch rates. Okay.
Yeah.
Tez Johnson with Baker Mayfield, 63.6%.
Okay, that's good. It's fine.
How about Jalen McMillan, who came back for a limited amount of time, but let's give you 80%.
That's very good.
Let's go Chris Godwin, missed some time, came back as well. 64.7%.
Kind of low for Godwin, but still good. What was a big boost?
Do you want to guess? Do you remember?
Dude, it's got to be like 42%.
49.6%. So here's the math equation of forgiveness. One part, or maybe it's the witch's brew. I don't know. Are we putting it in? Maybe I'll put it in a cauldron. All right. The witch's brew of forgiveness. 1 part volume. He's going to have tons of it. Mike Evans has departed. Tez Johnson and Jalen McMillan are very good players. They're also not super well-rounded players. They're not full-time 100-target players. Chris Godwin's older. So 1 part volume, 1 part the sky doesn't fall. You have targets from Baker Mayfield. You're not going to be at 49% again. If you do, you're flaming out as a professional athlete. And it's really hard for me to buy Emeka Egbuka, who had the first 10 weeks of the season that he had, flaming out as a professional. It just doesn't add up to me. He's too good of a player. He also had an injury during the second half of the season that was underreported and I think had an impact with the hamstring. We had a hamstring for Evans. We had a hamstring for Egbuka. So, look, get that catch percentage up to 55 to 60%, which is super reasonable. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you said it.
And I just don't think that we should hold it against him.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a lot better.
This is not a bad wide receiver. Like you just,
Where
I think
is
it's
he?
pretty easy to determine whether he's going to be fine or not. And it's like, well, did he forget how to play wide receiver? Is he a bad wide? Like, of course not. He was a first-round pick because he's a great wide receiver. He showed how good he was, and then he had a bad stretch run. Right now, Emeka Egbuka for me is wide receiver 15.
14.
Okay.
So, yeah,
It's always fun this time of year.
We don't know
because
what
I
each
haven't
other's
looked at your
rankings are.
rankings yet.
I think some of this show is going to just be
Us finding that out.
us discovering where we have the other player. But, yeah, I have him at 14. I think it'll go well. I do.
Well, the player I'm going to forgive is scary, and he's top 10 in my rankings, and it's Kyler Murray. Oh, it feels bad to forgive Kyler, especially as a former Arizona Cardinals fan who has been burned by the. We'll just kindly we'll say coward. But the little guy behind the line who had no ability to stand in the pocket and did not really do well last year when he was healthy as a Cardinal, I am willing to forgive because he is very talented. He is athletic. He can run. And in fantasy, we know this. I've talked about this on a different show recently. We all know mobile quarterbacks score more in fantasy. This is not breaking news. But the absolute truth is if you just look and you just draft the guy who runs more almost blindly with very little else, you're usually going to get it right. You're going to a team where he has better weapons than he's had in a long time. Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride are not Justin Jefferson. Like Justin Jefferson as your wide receiver 1 is a true difference maker. I think a good offensive system that has historically had great success with every quarterback that's thrown in there until this last season, where 9 went in there and ruined some things. The weapons, the fact that he's in a contract year, like Kyler is playing for Kyler, and I believe he's going to have a very successful season. If you look and you take this last year that was so bad out, the only guys who score as a top 12 quarterback more than Kyler, basically in Kyler's career, is Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts. So he's got a lot of history of doing great things for fantasy football.
Yeah, I think Kyler is I don't know, is your forgiveness a fantasy forgiveness?
Yes. Because pure fantasy. I don't forgive the coward.
So, I mean, there's opinions out there that Kyler's going to be the next Geno Smith and Sam Darnold resurgent season. I'm looking at, Darnold last year for fantasy quarterback 14, Geno in his resurgent season, quarterback 16. Baker was another one, right? That seemed dead but came back to life. And so,
would you say that the Minnesota Vikings are a good franchise? Genuine question. I don't know your opinion on that. Do you believe that the Vikings are a good franchise?
I don't think you need to ask that. I think the question is, do you think that they're structured in a good way right now?
Sure. Okay.
And I think yes.
Okay.
I think right now they have all the pieces there, the head coach, the defense, the offense.
When you look at all those examples that you just said, Sam Darnold, He was not good when he was on the Jets and the Panthers. But when he went to a structure and a franchise that was good, it worked out. Geno Smith, Jets, didn't work out. He goes to, ironically, the same team that had a good structure. It worked out. Baker, the Browns, the Panthers,
No, the
and then he goes to a
structure
good
is-
structure,
I mean-
and it works. So Kyler is a good player. He's not bad. These guys are all good, and if you go to a good structure, you're going to succeed. That's how I view it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it is. I agree with some of the things you said. Is it the presence of a good structure or the absence of a bad one as well?
Right. Yes, because
the Cardinals are not a good structure. Kyler has, like, I don't project Kyler as a great fantasy player. I do forgive him in the sense that I think he will provide good fantasy value for the weapons there.
where did he
Very
land
low.
for you? Oh,
very
okay.
low. I don't think you
Interesting.
want to know.
All right.
23.
Whoo.
I don't think Kyler. It's been a long time. Like we talk about if Deshaun Watson starts in Cleveland, like we haven't seen a season from him since 2020. Kyler, it's been a while. I mean, he had 5 starts last year, right? This is an offense where when Jacoby Brissett took over, they were one of the top scoring offenses in football. Kyler's 5 starts last year equated to quarterback 16, 22, 16, 16, 22. You didn't even break the top 15. The year before, basically since the back half of the year, it was more of the same stuff.
I mean, he was the quarterback 10 the year before, right?
Yeah, but from the bye week on, so the last almost a season of starts from Kyler Murray have been really subpar. I just feel like we watched him and we criticized.
Yes.
Like
There's a reason I'm calling him a coward.
you made the comment, he's a good player. I don't agree with that comment. I don't think that is a solid comment, but I do think the structure, he can succeed in Minnesota. I agree with you on that. I think Jefferson benefits tremendously from it. I think Addison benefits tremendously from it. I think he can run a great offense to the quarterback 14 to 16 range, to the Darnold range, but maybe the rushing will push him up into that top 10. Where do you have him? Because you didn't.
I've got him
me.
at 10. At 10. He's my quarterback 10 right now.
That means that I can ask you a follow-up question that I think will be fun.
Okay.
Which is, if he's at 10, you have to name the 5 guys behind him.
The 5 guys.
I mean, you have to name the 5 names of quarterbacks that you have now behind Kyler Murray. That's the question that I think the people deserve to hear.
No.
They deserve to hear you
No,
say that out loud.
there's a name or two in there.
Let me read you the names
Okay.
I have behind Kyler
All right.
Murray.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones.
Sure.
You do yours.
Okay. You're not going to like it.
No.
And when I say you,
No.
I mean everyone listening.
Everyone on earth.
Everyone on earth.
Jay Grizz, you're not going to like it.
Yeah. Earmuffs. Baker Mayfield.
Okay. I can live with that.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback 14 right now.
Okay.
Brock Purdy.
Actually, can live with the Patrick Mahomes. I got him at 17.
Jordan Love. And this one, I think people will be this will change after June 1st when he has A.J. Brown. But right now I have Drake May outside the top 10. Yeah. So there you go. Again, when he
Drake May
gets
is my quarterback 2.
Woo! Well, have you statted him with the presumption of having
No,
A.J.
sir.
Brown?
No,
so this
sir.
is quarterback. Okay,
No, sir.
that's fine. I know our
statted him-
process.
I statted him with the outcome of last year, which was
so he has that schedule again? That's pretty cool. I thought.
I don't know. Do
thought
players
last year?
do second year guys that go to the Super Bowl they get a lot worse the next year? Is that
I couldn't remember. Maybe I was misremembering that
No,
last
he
year
had
they
an
only
easier
played
schedule.
3
Yeah.
teams that
Yeah.
were like top, above 500.
so? You were
and-
last year's quarterback 3. You have at 17 or whatever.
last
got
year's
that.
quarterback 3 I have down lower at 16, which will probably move up to be a top 12.
It's going to turn into a people I need to forgive segment. We're going
It
to
sounds like it's me.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Come on, Al. You can't say that out loud. You should have just asked him right on the microphone.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jason, is your chair slowly falling by chance?
Not that I was aware of.
We've had a
but
few instances where Jason's
Was I
chair
getting a little
You,
low on the
you were
camera?
getting shorter and
starts
shorter
to
throughout
get
the
lower,
show.
and I wish I had control of that chair. That would be the funnest thing. Like you say
When
something
you-
I don't like, I just hit a button and you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful to have control over someone when they say
All
something you
right.
don't like.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
La la la, and he can't talk because I can mute his button. You may speak.
Why did you give him you got to take that away now.
Yeah, I probably should. I think we did that for a
That was for a
footcast.
gag. Now he's got full power
Yeah.
over me. Let's talk some news.
News and notes from around the league.
Patriots fans are going to be so big mad with me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm big mad, and
Yeah.
I'm not a Patriots fan.
I don't blame you. Again, I do not have him statted out where
That-
he's going to end on June 1st.
The subtext of that ranking is I respect nothing about you, Drake May. You are a beneficiary of your schedule alone, and I'm going to put you where you belong.
I don't. I think that is hyperbolic.
Oh, that's
But I
that's
will
a
say that
podcast.
I think that the benefit that came from the schedule was outsized, and they do have an actual difficult schedule this year.
You've got a Jaden Daniels argument,
Exactly.
but that's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
But if you're just holding back because
he'll
you're just
probably
holding back for AJ Brown, that's okay.
He will probably be around quarterback 10 to 12 with AJ Brown.
Yeah, he had a high touchdown rate. Kyle points out. I agree. I do think AJ Brown is a really good player. I think he's better than Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, and Romeo Dobbs
Is there?
and Booty.
Yep. Yeah, I love that team. We're talking news. George Pickens finally officially signed the franchise tag.
Oh my gosh, back and
Did he
forth
sign it with
and back
invisible
and
ink?
forth. I can't wait to find out that he didn't sign it yet. I did see a report that basically, because we had said, I think it was a footcast where like he's not going to sign this thing and he's going to take it as long as he can go.
And then he signed
doesn't
it
wanna-
but didn't.
But then he signed it but didn't, and now they're saying no, he really did sign it. But it was reported he's still not going to like do the practice. Like, you know how usually people don't sign the franchise because then they don't they're not missing.
They don't have to show up yet?
They don't have to show up yet. I think there's like a deal where it's like, okay, I'll sign it, but I'm going to do the thing like I don't have to do all the practice. I don't know. Who knows?
Is he playing with a star on his helmet this year?
I think he is. I think
I
he's
do
playing
too.
with a star on his helmet.
So we haven't got to talk about this at all. This was Nick Underhill, one of the best beat writers in the business for the Saints, came out and said Alvin Kamara says that Achane, Travis Etienne, formerly known as Achane, Rumbalaya, as I call him, that Achane is explosive. He hits home runs. Quote, this is the quote that matters. I'm excited to see what we can do together.
There's a lot that came out from
Now, what was the fart? The fart was disbelief?
The fart was,
or was that on Achane?
yeah,
And his upside.
it's an on H-and as far as for fantasy value. So I had, and it was personal, I'll be honest. This was a situation where we had our keeper lottery that we had to decide upon, and I was between whether I was going to keep David Montgomery or Travis Etienne Jr. And my belief was this. My belief was that Alvin Kamara is going to be a Saint. When they signed him, it was like, oh, maybe Alvin Kamara's done. They're moving on, or he's going to be relegated to a backup, or they're going to trade him. Basically, what has come out from Underhill and from Kamara himself is that he is very much wanting to be a part of what the Saints are doing. Very excited to have H.N. there. He's happy he got paid, and they are both going to be a big part of what they do, which is maybe very good for the Saints, good for Kamara. It is not good for
Too big. You can't have two big parts.
for Travis Etienne Jr.'s fantasy value is not that good. And then I just went and checked because I was
Recheck.
I
want to hear it.
I've got David Montgomery 2 spots ahead of H.N. Jr. And I chose to keep H.N. over Montgomery. But I'm guessing that the ADP is much higher on Travis.
I'm sure you're right about that. Actually, I have ADP here. Travis Etienne Jr. It's really hard.
It's so
It's
hard,
really
man.
hard to do.
I feel so stupid every time I say
I
H.N.
feel
with him.
like I'm a person learning to pronounce something for the first time.
It's
Sound it out.
It's
Sound it out,
so weird. And then the
17 and 24 is the current ADP for HN and Montgomery. I have them at 21 and 27. So I have HN below ADP, 4 spots. I have Montgomery below ADP as well.
and the weirdest thing is his brother Trevor Etienne. It's like
Oh, yeah. We called his brother Etienne on the show as though he does not share the same
right,
desires.
but it's like obviously they have the exact name from the same location, so it should be
I don't want to do
Trevor
it. I don't
Etienne.
wanna do it
I hate
anymore.
it, man. It's It feels bad every time I say it.
You want to know why it feels bad? Because no one knows. They think we're talking about Devon Achane.
Yeah, it's tough.
Rumbalaya and Rumbalaya Jr.
The problem is Rumbalaya is not going to be Rumbalaya with Alvin Kamara taking a bunch of the targets.
Alvin Kamara, just go away now.
That's what I mean.
Go away.
Someone needs to have a veteran, important running back injured, and then they just trade for Kamara to come in and plug that hole for a year. And
we're reporting the Cardinals head coach Mike LaFleur said, quote, "It won't be the worst thing for him if Carson Beck ends up sitting part or all of his rookie season." Let me add, or career.
Yeah,
if he sits for all of his career, that is also wouldn't be the worst thing for football.
I would say usually it's not the worst when a third-round quarterback doesn't have to start every game their rookie season. That should never be the implication. Like, you don't draft a guy in the third round to be like, we got him, guys.
On a scale,
we got our starter.
On a dysfunction scale, 100 is the most dysfunctional.
Okay.
1 is the least dysfunctional. Where are the Cardinals?
I would say I wouldn't put it at 100. I would say 99.
So the Cardinals are a 99 dysfunction. Therefore, in my head, I believe that there's a chance they drafted Carson Beck exclusively for negotiating leverage with Jacoby Brissett requesting the starters upgrade in compensation.
Sure.
We would waste a pick to win a financial argument
that sounds
with
perfect.
a veteran that has gone from team to team.
I mean, it's like the guy in the league who just keeps drafting one position, gets in a single quarterback league. It's like, I'm going to take 3 quarterbacks.
I'll have all the power.
And then I'll trade. Everyone's going to have to come to me for trades. Doesn't work like that.
I genuinely, I wonder
the fact that you can wonder if a multi-billion-dollar entity can do such stupid things. Like, you shouldn't even be allowed to have such a silly thought. But this is like, okay, I can see it.
Speaking of rankings impacted by potentially shared opportunities, speaking of Kamara and Achane, we have another one. I didn't like seeing this any more than you did, Jason. Ian Rappaport said free agent tight end David Njoku is visiting with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Don't do it, Dave.
On Monday, he did visit with the Ravens already and did not sign a contract there. The Chargers have Oronde Gadsden, who we like a lot.
I really like. I think he's my tight end 5 right now.
Yeah, that's
6.
I've got him at 8, and
definitely a potential for a big breakout there. Njoku's a good player. He will help a team. This would be a great move for the Chargers to bring him in. It'd be good for Herbert, good for the offense, good for the run game. Bad for Gadsden, and I only care about the fantasy implications.
Very bad for Gadsden.
Why don't you go take the Darren Waller spot that does that?
And go to Miami?
Just go to Miami,
that's
David.
a nice place to live. Don't they have like no?
You want to know who?
No tax down there?
Do you want to know whose fantasy value would hurt? No one's.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hurt.
Yeah, there's no. You might catch 100 balls.
Yeah, go sign a 1-year deal there, and then go get another big contract.
Yeah, send him a letter. Let him know.
Yeah.
We could advise. One more report here. The Athletics, Nate Adkins expects Rams running backs Kyren Williams and Blake Corum to operate in more of a 50-50 split. This news came out after I had already statted out the Rams. And let me tell you what I had statted already. 212 carries for Kyren Williams, 178 carries for Blake Corum.
Okay.
That was where I had them already. I expected more of that. It worked for them. Corum is very good. I don't see a huge difference between the players. I do think they'll use a committee. I still have Kyren higher.
Yeah, I have Kyren much higher. I think that this is being overblown. Corum is fine for the team. Was involved last year already. I do not think this will be a 50-50 timeshare. I mean, this is the opinion of a reporter, and granted, he's closer to the franchise than we are, but I don't see this happening. We have so much history here with McVay, with backs, with these 2 backs. Corum is talented. Corum will be involved. He was involved last year. But if you look at I think people viewed it last year, like towards the end of the year, especially there was this stretch of games where Corum was really successful.
Yeah.
But even in those games, it was like 30% snaps.
So the last 5 games of the year, Kyron was the running back 10, Corum was running back 21. They averaged 18.2 and 14.9 fantasy points per game. 91 fantasy points versus 74 fantasy points. Opportunities on the ground, 76 carries for Kyron Williams in that stretch, 56 for Corum. But I'm just going. I'm not disrespecting Kyron. I'm going from the eye test. I thought there were games that Corum, when he had his opportunities, played better than Kyron, and then you run into the playoffs. I don't know. I think
Corum
it's trending that direction, and I think you need both backs to succeed.
Corum had a stretch of games where he had 5 touchdowns in 4 games. And so I think that inflated his fantasy value. It also inflated, I think, what people really thought about him down the stretch. But if you look even after that stretch, you're talking about snap percentages here. So I'll just read you from the bye week on. So the second half of the year, his snap percentages 28, 39, 31, 34, 33, 31, 46, 29, 25, 33. Like, he was the backup.
It was 259 carries last year for Kyron, 145 for Corum. I have Corum going up from 145 to 178. Corum ran a 5.1 clip. Kyron was back at 4.8 last year, double-digit touchdowns. So I can see what you're saying. I think maybe 50-50 is an overblow, but I do think you're going to be – nobody in fantasy enjoys – when they look at what's their number difference?
22 and 23.
22 and 23.
So bad.
The amount of times at the end of the season where you looked at and you wanted to say, oh, Kyron's going to get it. Oh, no, that's Corum. I think you're going to get more of that this year. It's probably more 60-40. But, yeah, that one's interesting. I think it will. Every offseason we try to make Kyron worse.
That is what everyone does. It's like, this is the time he's not going to be the main guy.
Where do you have Kyron? Since this is the rank check episode.
Yeah.
Because we're just revealing our own rankings to each other.
I have Kyron at 10.
I got him at 17.
Which is where he's being drafted right now. Is
16, yeah.
Yeah, right around there.
Interesting. Does that mean you have Corum buried?
Corum is 41.
Okay. I got him at 35.
Which is where he's being drafted. So
I
really is just I think that the split will not be as close to, people are getting more and more of the belief that this will be a 55-45 time share, and I just don't think that's how it will actually play out.
I think I'm going to take over the show with something different.
All right.
We haven't seen each other's rankings.
No.
We normally do this in the office. I want to kind of go through our top fives.
Okay, let's do it. We run the show.
We're doing whatever we want right now, except for you have control of my mute button, which I don't like.
What? I don't. What was that, Andy?
There's no.
Oh, go on.
There's no sound effect.
I know.
When I'm muted, so it doesn't. The impact is not what you think it is. If you're watching, it's funny.
Maybe, yeah. If you watch...
if when your mute button happened, I turn into a muffled low voice.
Oh,
that's really the gag.
That's what I got to do.
That's the joke. Don't do that.
Oh, what? What, Andy? Okay, we're back.
Before we reveal any of our rankings right now, I do want to stress these are always evolving. We update with every bit of news, with every bit of more information that we receive. We always say stay water. The value of the Ultimate Draft Kit, to me, one of the original principles of releasing it is we all grew up in fantasy buying magazines at the bookstore, and those things get published months and months ahead of time, and they got a bunch of rankings and stats and write-ups in them, and everything's changed. I mean, more than ever, things are changing on a daily basis. So we are always evolving the rankings. We're always taking new information and tweaking them. So all that to say, this is not going to be I highly doubt that these will be identical on June 1st when the UDK releases.
Oh, they will not.
But I think this is fun, and I think people would enjoy it if we went through our top 5 at every position. We'll go back and forth on who goes first, but Jason, let's hear your top 5 quarterbacks as of May 5th, 9:45 a.m.
Number 5 will shock you.
Nice.
Even though...
Oh, stop the show. We got to do a new show next time.
Even though he was literally the number 5 quarterback last year. So it shouldn't be that shocking. My top 5 quarterbacks, Josh Allen is 1, Lamar Jackson at 2, Joe Burrow up at 3, Jaden Daniels squeaks in at 4, and number 5, Dak Prescott.
Okay. Dak is at 14 for me.
Woo! Woo! The number 5 quarterback last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh Allen, number 1. Drake May, number 2. Lamar Jackson at number 3. Number 4 will shock you.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm shocked.
Trevor Lawrence is number 4, being drafted as number 10 right now.
He is
And
my
then-
quarterback 11.
Oh,
There he is.
I wonder why the producers are laughing. It's because they grabbed a quick picture, a disrespectful picture.
The horse boy.
Is that what it is? Horse boy?
Yeah, horse boy.
Number 5 is Jalen Hurts. So I know you disrespect Jalen Hurts every year, but I
He's
put him at 5.
Oh, come on.
I put him at 5.
He's at 6 for me.
Okay.
Honestly, so this is important to know, Footclan. So we just finished, at least Andy and I just finished our first go through team by team stats, top down, tons of research, make it make sense. And then right now, this is where the chips have fallen. But it's not necessarily like I will go back and tweak these. When I look at Dak and Jalen Hurts, I will probably flip flop those guys because if I was on the clock, I would probably take Jalen Hurts above of Dak. But I haven't changed them yet. Right now, this is just the pure raw data of my first.
I feel like that's a little of you reacting to your own reading out loud. Yeah. Jonah just said, what is your process when statting out players in the Ultimate Draft Kit? That was one of the mailbag questions today. So we each go about it a little bit different from a focal point standpoint. Like I know Mike starts a lot of his initial analysis through a target share lens when he looks at wide receivers. That's one of the first thing he turns to. I look a lot at the second half of the season pace. I look at the distribution, the new additions, and what the team did the previous year. So I use a lot of last year's data as kind of my base before I start statting. I don't know exactly what you hit first.
I've got like 3 different processes depending on the type of team. Like if there's quarterback questions and you're not sure who's going to be the quarterback and there's offensive coordinator changes, that's very different than if I'm looking at a team that has continuity and it's like, okay, this is the Bengals. We've seen what they do. So it depends. But for the most part, I look top down at those team changes. I look at the offensive line changes.
Tallest to shortest. Got it.
Yes, I look at the schedule changes from last year to this year, specifically looking at strength of schedule for each position. Obviously, personnel changes on who additions, subtractions, including the defensive side of the ball. And then I basically try to look at what I believe the team as a whole will do compared to the last year and work backwards from there.
Pace of play plays a role. I know Mike leans into that a lot. All right, running back reveal here. My top 5 running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs at number 1.
I have him.
This is all half-point PPR, by the way. That's what I'm reading.
Yes, mine too.
That's kind of important. Jahmyr Gibbs at number 1. Christian McCaffrey is my number 2 running back. Right. Number 3 is Bijan Robinson. Number 4, Ashton Genty. Number 5, Devon Achane.
Oh, all right. Okay, so
Devon Etienne.
Yes, Junior. Yeah. We have some change there. I've got Gibbs and Bijan 1, 2, just like you. Oh no. You
I got CMC
McCaffrey
at 2.
Okay, so I've got Gibbs at 1, just like you.
There you go.
Then I go Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey at 4. And then James Cook is my number 5.
Yeah, just for the record, Cook at 6 for me, Taylor at 7. So they're just outside the 2 guys that you have in. Where's Genty and Achane for you?
Yeah, Genty is at 8 and Achane is at 11.
Okay.
It was really hard for me to get the touchdown number where Achane needs it with this Dolphins projected offense.
Okay.
All right, wide receivers. I guess I'll go first. Jamar Chase is my number 1, Puka number 2, CeeDee Lamb at 3, JSN at 4, and Justin Jefferson at 5.
Well, we share one of those. Jefferson's at 5 for me.
Okay.
I have Puka number 1, JSN number 2, Chase number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown at number 4.
It does feel bad to not have Amon-Ra in my top 5.
I got you have CeeDee
He's
up
at
there.
6 for
I
me.
have CeeDee at 7. Pickens at 8.
Pickens at 8.
Where do you have Rashee Rice?
Rashee Rice is at 6.
That's what I do too.
Yeah. Pickens is not the same for me. When I went back and looked at while both players were healthy and active, it was a pretty like CeeDee Lamb dominated the targets. Pickens still had the touchdowns, but I think he was
Where was
bit
Pickens
more
was like wide receiver
inflated.
3 last year, right?
Yeah, he was extremely high,
yeah.
but his stretch when CeeDee Lamb wasn't there was like he was the best wide receiver on planet Earth. I've got Pickens at 16.
All right, tight end, half PPR, McBride, Bowers, Loveland, Warren, Pitts. Ugh.
Ooh. So I've flipped the 2 tiers. I go Bowers, McBride. Then I go Warren, Loveland.
Yep.
Same 4, slightly different order. My number 5 is Harold Fannin Jr.
I got Fannin at 6. Warren and Loveland are 2 points apart. I think in a full PPR, I have Warren ahead. So I have those very, very close.
And I've got Pitts down at 10.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll do some mailbag.
Did you say producer
The one that
triad?
left, I think the one that left the mute button on your board is the one doing mailbag.
Mailbag.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Any regrets there, Andy?
Didn't he do?
You just made me do it on the Footcast.
You did much better on the Footcast.
I'll be honest. Today I thought there was no chance it would be me again, so I was very unprepared.
Good. I got what I wanted.
Great work.
The people didn't.
All right. We'll jump into a voicemail question. If you have a question for the podcast, we're here to help you out. Go to the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. Click that submit a question button, or you can dial the voicemail hotline 302-464-TFFB. Leave us a voicemail message. It's even better if you leave us a message and you mess up.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to call back and leave a
You
second
remember
one.
that time that someone did that and they messed up?
And then Brooks
And Brooks
played it?
put it in
That is a
to
risk.
just body bag him. And that the craziest thing is that is if you would have said who would have done that, Brooks would have been we have like 12 people here. He would have been my 70th pick.
I couldn't believe it. He wanted to sell somebody down the river.
I love it.
It was outstanding.
You know what? I love donking on these guys, but we have the best freaking staff and producers in the world. Owl and Papa Josh. I'll even allow the Falcon to be set
complimented
amongst
for
them.
a minute.
Brooks and Kyle and
Yep.
Betts. Like,
Yep.
goodness gracious, you guys
No,
are awesome.
we're very, very fortunate.
Oh, that was gross.
But you will be doing the mailbag anytime you give him the mute button. Voicemail question to kick it off.
Hello, how you doing? I was just wondering, when should I draft Jeremiah Love? Thank you so much for listening. Okay, bye.
It's a great question. That was a different answer. Jason quickly went to you shouldn't. I think it's a great question because part of our conversation on Thursday is going to be about overreactions in the fantasy football world. And I'll save most of my answer for then, but one of my overreactions is the way that we view teams, the psychological effect of how stinky they are to our eyeballs, and how talent does traditionally win out in those situations. I don't have Jeremiah Love ranked wildly high. I have him below ADP. I have him at 14. So I guess you shouldn't is basically our answer because we have him ranked below ADP.
Yeah, ADP is really what this comes down to. The average draft price is whether or not, because like Jeremiah Love's super talented. Nobody here, like I hate that the Cardinals picked him and he shouldn't be the number 3 overall pick and all that. Dude's awesome. He is great, and talent wins out. So if you want to draft him and hope for the best, that's great. Last year, Ashton Genty was my bust pick on the ICE episode. And the reason was because he was being overdrafted. He was at the back of the first round. He finished
What
as
running back was he? Do you remember?
I want to say like 6, like
Yeah,
running back.
at least right now, I think some people are going to learn from that. I think Jeremiah Love's going to be more like RB12.
Right now, he's being drafted around there, RB12 or 13 near the back of the second round. So not as bad as Genty at the back of the first last year. But also, Genty was going into a situation where he had no competition for touches, whereas Jeremiah Love is coming into a place where they just signed Tyler Algier. They're not going to not give him the ball. He's going to vulture touchdowns. James Conner, who was the captain of this team last year, just had his contract restructured. So it won't be as clear a path for him. And so it's just a matter of where he's drafted. I believe he's going to be drafted higher than where he finishes. And so in the end, I mean, that's really all that matters. Ashton Genty finished as the running back 12 last year. That's great, except everyone felt like he was a bust if you drafted him.
I think the hardest part will be it's not going to be hard for me to take James Cook and Jonathan Taylor and Devon Achane, even Hampton with that offense over Love. I think the hardest part will be Javonte Williams and Jeremiah Love. When you get, or Kyron Williams.
Bucky Irving, Cam
players,
Scadaboo. I'm looking at the guys that I've got ranked right around him where I could easily
just
say.
More fun having the rookie.
I could absolutely say, you know what? Cam Scadaboo, who I love, he's got his own questions. I'm not taking a guy coming off of an injury over a guy who was the number 3 pick. Bucky Irving, who was great a couple years ago and had a down injured year, undersized. You can easily make the argument for why Jeremiah Love should be taken over any one of those players. But when I stat them out and I just look at the competition, the offense, the projected total touchdowns for this team, and then the fact that you have 3 backs that will be involved. That is not great for the fantasy outlook.
Instagram question coming in from Casalomi says, how many leagues are you guys in? Come on, please tell the truth.
I think we are in like 4 leagues that we really, 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 really care about. And then we are usually in a handful of leagues that we hate. He said to tell the truth.
Yeah, I think like 7 or 8 total leagues.
Yeah, probably about there.
Not counting like best ball
right.
things like that. We've always, since the beginning of the show, we've talked about like trying to keep that number low. You need to have investment. Like the best way that we can give advice to you and share what we do in our leagues is to have the same level of investment that you do in your leagues. I know a lot of you are in more than 8 leagues, but you also have a couple in the back of your mind that you're like, if I win that league, that's the big one. And so we have our league of record, which is going into the 20th season this year. We have a dynasty league that we care a lot about. That's a similar group of people for a long term. We have our listener league, which is one of our big leagues. Obviously, that's the one we just gave away a listener spot or a league spot to. Those are kind of the big ones, and then we have a handful of other ones that we're in, but we try to keep it as low as possible. I feel like every year we're sitting around going like, man, I got to get out of a couple leagues.
What happens for me is I go through like a 2-year cycle. So
where you balloon up?
And so I cut down after this last season. I was like, I just didn't care about some of these, so I cut a couple of them. And so this year that I'm coming to is like, I'm going to be real clean. I'm gonna not have too many, which means next year I'm going to be like, oh, I need to add a new league or 3.
Might I make a suggestion to you?
Sure.
As a man who cut his leagues down last year, but in the main leagues was more of a rebuilder.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great time.
So you're saying this is because I am going to be a rebuilder this year.
Yeah, you might want a couple leagues where you're really riding high on the hog.
Bad timing to cut down.
Ahmad writes in, it's a good question. 105 pick in a rookie draft. Would you rather have Jadarian Price or Mekhi Lemon? This we brought up briefly on the show, I think, last week. This is the exact spot of the draft, the rookie draft, where I'm making this decision perfectly based on whether I need running back or wide receiver. I do not think that the pick on either side of this is wrong if you're picking for your need here. I look at Price as a great asset. I look at Lemon as a great asset. That is my take on the matter.
I would agree in principle that if you have a dire need at one of those positions, you should take that one because this is close enough. It's not the same mistake that is often made when you need a running back. Like, it's so common at the back of the first round for most teams to be like, I need a running back. And so I'm going to reach on this day 3 running back over a second-round wide receiver. Like, don't do that. This isn't that case. These are 2 good assets. If I'm fine at both positions or needy at both positions, I would take Mekhi Lemon. I'll
think
take
that's
the wide
right.
receiver.
Yeah,
over
like I'm
Lemon.
not taking Price over Tyson. I'm not taking Price over Tate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But here I would make that call, and if it's neutral, I'm with you. I would go with the wide receiver. I think it's the best decision you can make in a dynasty league.
It is. He said the 105?
Yeah.
I don't know who that 5th player is. Am I counting wrong? I feel like you got Love at the 1, and then the next
Tate, Tyson.
Yeah, maybe it's Superflex and Mendoza's in there.
Yeah, that's possible. Oh boy, Matt writing in. You guys have been talking about golf recently, but you have never shared your scores. Hold on, hit that mute button.
Yeah, tell us about your score, Andy. Okay, well, let's listen, and now you can come back.
All right, Jason, go ahead and share yours.
Okay, let me hold my button.
There we go. Jason's sharing his score. And you're honestly sharing it. I mean,
okay,
that's
how we did.
We didn't say how many holes the course was.
Shout out to
everyone.
People are loving that we're getting into golf, or at least the golf lovers are loving it.
We have received several packages of golf-related materials, all of which will make us the same skill.
It's just as bad as ever.
But we will now look better, so better style.
Which is important. That's what you can control.
We've got hats that have come in. We've got ball markers that are...
Literally, right before walking in here.
I know.
I just someone sent me...
Something you needed.
A real nice putter. Dude, that's amazing. Thank you.
Well, because your other one's over there on the back wall, and it's not fully formed.
No, it's just a piece of a putter.
Did you guys even know that back there?
No.
We just got a putter in the mail.
What kind?
I don't know. I
right.
opened it like right, and there's like, oh, we got to record.
He's like, I got a new putter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome. Shout out to...
And we are open to other potential donations.
So open.
Into our golf game that will make us... Maybe
I've heard great things about custom fittings. I've heard great things about that. So we have
open, room in that warehouse
open to
for a golf simulator.
To letting you outfit us.
I mean, I have no need for an actual motorized golf cart, but I also do. You know what I mean?
Well, could you drive it if you had one?
Yes, I could.
Could you drive it if you didn't have one?
No, I couldn't.
Sounds like you need one.
No, but shout out to everybody that sent us some goodies in the golf world. It is, I mean, we can end the show with diatribes on golf. Oh my gosh, that is a very big market.
Yes, I know golf is like big. It's been around for hundreds of years. It's like once you start getting into it, you're like, oh my goodness, this is
the advertisements you receive on your computer and in your Instagram.
It is so much more expensive than pickleball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have been in it. Right? I mean, are you getting better?
I'm working on it. I'm taking steps towards getting better.
This morning, Al Borland learned that the golf clubs he had purchased, they were used off of like Marketplace or OfferUp.
Yep.
He learned this morning that they were fitted for a 6'3" man. And how tall are you, Al?
Not 6'3".
Jason and I are both like 5'9".
No, you're 5'9".
So that's not good, right? For you to be swinging like clubs for me?
Apparently not.
Clubs for men? You need clubs for boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one do you, if you go to Topgolf, do you grab the shorter ones? Do you grab the ones on the right? Probably. Okay.
He brings a putter to the actual the course. This turned really bad for him. You were complimenting him, though, earlier. Great producers.
Yeah, they are good producers.
Not
just
a good
bad
golfer.
golfers. Yeah.
Of which I am not either.
I went to the range this morning.
Oh, you did not.
I did.
You did not.
I did. And let me tell you, I hit some of the best balls I have ever hit in my life. And then I can just miss it. Like
just a full miss?
Just full miss, top it. I mean, why can't the body do the same thing twice? I'm doing everything top to bottom the same, and the result is asininely different.
In my head, when I mess up on the range, I assume all 17 other men out there or women out there are just turn to watch that swing. I mean,
I had
and
one,
I feel like I have to make up some
morning.
excuse. It's like, oh man, my foot slipped.
My clubs are 2 inches too long.
I had one this morning where I swung very hard at a ball that, I mean, I don't usually just miss. I don't usually just
That's
full
good.
miss.
That's
but
good.
I full missed and did like a spin. And it was like, man, I hope someone wasn't watching that one.
You have to act like it was a practice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wasn't
ready for the real shot.
I literally put that club immediately in my bag.
Al, you have to tell your range story. We'll end on this, but Al, you have to tell your range story about what you did to the man next to you at the driving range.
I wish I could tell it in a way. I don't even know what happened, but all I know is that I took a swing at a golf ball, and I thought I was aimed down range, as you should be. And there was
as they say
on the driving range. There's these, the bays or the stalls, and the one next to me was completely empty, and the one next to that had another man.
He wasn't right next
to
you?
No,
this
get
out of
two
here.
stalls over.
This is even better.
And somehow, my club path sent the ball. I don't even know where the ball went. It went somewhere downrange, but not straight. But the biggest pile of dirt and divot straight to this man's face. That was 2 stalls over.
Impossible.
And he was mid-swing, so he was in his backswing, and I just showered him in dirt and grass.
Oh,
and he was very understanding. But if you're listening out there, which you're probably not, I'm sorry.
You showered a guy 2 bays
I
over.
believe he said it happens to the best of us, which is like, no,
he
no,
said
it
that, yes.
doesn't.
That's what he said to you. That's
Yeah,
nice.
I said, I'm so sorry. He said, it's all
and
right.
then he
It
went to
happens
the bathroom to
best of us."
clean off.
He moved over a stall.
Oh,
Did
my
he?
goodness.
Oh, man. That would have been great. No, don't worry about it. I'm going to.
I was leaving anyways. All right, we're going to say goodbye for today's episode of the show. I believe Mike will be back on Thursday, and we will get into our overreaction episode. Appreciate you listening. We'll be back then. See ya.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.